Hello everyone, this is The Seeker of Grace. A new chapter is beginning in the world of Elden Ring, a chapter titled Shadow of the Erdtree, and I'm quite sure that this would attract many new Tarnished to venture into the lands between. I would be willing to help and guide all these new Tarnished on their journey, but regrettably, I am far from completing my Newbie Challenge. In fact, I have not even killed Margit or Godric, let alone create guides on how to fight them. Well, with Shadow of the Erdtree beginning soon, allow me to quickly tell you 5 things you can and should do to improve your skills and hence make your adventures in the lands between more pleasant. And don't worry, the Newbie Challenge will still continue, so you can expect to see more beginner-friendly guides soon enough. Now let's return to the subject with my 5 tips, shall we? Number 1. Passivity is generally better than aggressiveness. In the world of Elden Ring, battles are less about predicting and more about reacting. Fighting passively will allow you to observe your enemy's movements and find ways to counter them. In fact, when you have memorized the enemy's movements, you can begin to predict their actions and be more proactive in your approach. And this actually leads me to my second point. Number 2. Kiting, if possible, is generally better than dodging. You might have observed that in some situations, with the correct positioning, you can avoid an enemy's attacks without having to use any dodge rolls. In such situations, opting to kite instead of dodge will allow you to conserve your stamina and give you more opportunities to attack. Speaking of stamina, well, let's proceed to number 3. Stamina management is generally better than health management. No one likes getting hurt, I understand that, but if you had to choose between getting hit or depleting all your stamina to dodge an attack, it is probably better to take the hit if it does not kill you, because exhausting all your stamina leaves you in a terrible situation where you cannot perform any actions and you're at the mercy of the enemy until you regain stamina. Number 4. Increasing vigor is generally better than increasing other stats. This might seem to contradict my third point about the importance of stamina, but many of the enemies you encounter in the lands between have very high damage, and it is precisely because you have to choose to get hit to survive in some situations that you need to have the health to endure the hurt. Last but not least, number 5. A weapon's moveset is generally better than its damage. You might be tempted to use the weapon that hits the hardest, or maybe even the one that looks the flashiest. But I dare say there's no point in using such a weapon if you don't feel comfortable using it. The concept of moveset is a bit hard to explain in words, but consider the weapon's attack speed, range, and strike angle, and decide for yourself which weapon feels best in your hands. And those are my 5 tips to help you on your adventure. Perhaps now you can fight enemies with elegance, or should I say, grace. So, are you looking forward to Shadow of the Erdtree? Or perhaps you're looking forward to the debut of some virtual YouTubers? Well, Hollow Justice to be precise. But whatever it is, don't worry, the lands between always has its doors open to new Tarnished. So you're free to dally for a bit before you decide to step into the world of Elden Ring. And when you do, consider these 5 things I mentioned, and they just might save you. If you found this guide helpful, then please click on the like and subscribe buttons. And again, don't worry, the Newbie Challenge will still continue. Thank you for watching, and grace be with you.